Welcome to Photoshop. This is a quick lesson on Photoshop lesson number 15. And this lesson is about working with the Type Mask tool. And so let's see if we can work through this really quickly. Let's see, I'm looking at exercise 15A, type mask techniques. And it says create a type mask. Open any image. So I just opened up 15B start JPEG. Find an empty space or a space with minimal detail on your canvas. Select the horizontal type mask tool from the toolbar. So the horizontal type mask tool is where this T is. And if I press down and open up the flyout menu, it's the third tool down in the menu choice. Now I get the I-beam cursor, which is what I would expect. And I also can set the size of my type. So maybe I'll just go ahead and do that. Set the size of my type. It's something large. Even 72 might even be small. So maybe I'll change it to something like 120 just to see if that gets any better. Alright, so I'm changing the size of my type. Now I'm going to click down and enter a word. I'll type the word impact. And as soon as I start typing, we'll see a little red mask come up. And I typed it in the wrong space, didn't I? I typed it in the control panel. Let's type it down here on the image. IMPACT. Oh, look at that. That's a redwood or something or other. And if I don't like this font, when I'm working with this type mask tool, I'm pretty well committed to it. Let me see if I can change it here. Oh, yes, I can. So I'm going to change this one to actually the font that's called Impact, because I like that one, and that's the one we used in our assignment. So there it is. Now I have Impact highlighted. If I click off of the highlight, then you'll see the letters, and they'll be pink. So and also to click the commit button. Now my commit button is hiding over here underneath this swatches panel. I really don't need this open now, do I? So if I click the commit button, there it is, and the little marching ants appear. So that means that I can actually use that font to create a selection. And so let's see, if the commit button is a checkbox, yes, we did that. Once clicked, the type selection border or the marching ants appear around the image in the active layer. So from the select menu, choose save selection. Okay, so I'm having you save this selection. Go to select, save selection. I'm going to give it a name. I don't care what you name it. I'm going to name mine X because that's easy for me to remember. The reason I save my selection is if I start taking other steps or doing other activities and I lose my selection, I can always get it back when I save it. Okay, so fill a text selection with a color pattern. Let's see, name the selection impact text. Yeah, okay. Let's see. This is, so from the edit menu, select fill. Okay, so if I go to edit and then I choose fill, I can choose from the contents drop-down menu a pattern, and then I can choose a custom pattern. Now I only have two choices, so I'm just going to use this first choice and click OK, and that's going to be able to fill my text with a pattern. Let's see. So let's select the content type from the pop-down menu. Oh yeah, foreground and background opens up. Foreground and background options will fill the text with colors currently loaded in the foreground and background color. The color option opens the color picker. The pattern option allows you to fill with any pattern from the pattern library. All right, so fill the text with an image. So if I opened up 15A, paste into JPEG. So I'm going to go to File, and I'm going to go to Open, 15A, paste into JPEG. And I'm opening that. Okay, now I'm going to go to Select All and Copy. Select All, and then Edit, Copy. And then switch back to my open canvas, and then find an empty space and type the word impact again. Alright, so I'm going to go back to my original and then find another empty space over here. I'm going to deselect and type the word impact again with the type mask tool. So I'm clicking down, typing impact right here, and then let's see, switch back to your open canvas. Alright, I did that. From the edit menu, select paste into. So from the edit menu, if I don't, let's see, paste into. Okay, it's all grayed out. And that is because I have to hit the commit button first. Now I'm going to try edit and then paste special in CS5. Paste into should actually be in the main menu in some of the earlier versions. And I'm going to click paste into. And there I go. My colorful JPEG pasted into that selection. Okay. So the last part of this is, let's see, create a word poster and work with pattern overlays and type masks. Create a pattern for pattern overlay. Open the file, open 15B, start JPEG. So that's the one that I was working with. So I'm going to go up to reopen this again. I'm just going to go open my history panel, window history, and then I'm going to go up to the very beginning, and now my image is ready to be worked on. Create a pattern for a pattern overlay. Alright, use the rectangular marquee to select some grass, and then go to Edit, Define Pattern, and give your new pattern a swatch the name grass. Deselect the marquee selection. Okay, so here's how you do it. You go get the marquee, and you select an area that has a grass in it, and you get marching ants. It doesn't really matter what layer you're in. I'm in the background layer. If I go to Edit, I'm going to be able to go to Define Pattern down here, and I can give this pattern a name, and I'm going to call this pattern grass, and click OK. Now that I've made that grass into a pattern, I can actually access it in the Layer Styles panel. So what I can do is deselect right now, and then go into my type tool. And just the horizontal type tool will work just as well for this. If I type the word impact here again, now impact is actually coming in with a white color on it. That's fine. If I wanted to apply a pattern over it, all I have to do is double click to open up the Layer Styles menu, and then I can go over here to Pattern Overlay and turn this one on. Now what I want you to see is when you use the drop down menu, you'll actually see the new pattern that you created. Because remember, before I only had these two swatches available as patterns. Now because of what I did with the marquee selection, defining the pattern, I have grass now available as my pattern, and I can click OK and apply that. Now you can't really see the the word that well, but if you go back in, open up your Layer Styles menu and throw on a drop shadow, look what you get. This is really cool. So you can throw on inner shadow, you can throw on an outer glow, you can do all kinds of fun things. Just play around with these layer styles, and you will be able to see your word. So that's another way of collecting some of the background and using that background as a pattern over your text. Okay, so choose the horizontal type mask. So I'm at create word cutouts with type masks. So I click OK. I'm going to choose the horizontal type mask tool again, and then click, let's see, move the cursor over a just a minute. No, that's okay.